Absolutely creamed that.
Yeah, tiredness will come in. This is the third match that Spain are playing.
And that's gone up over Tom Vine at point for 4 more. Well, what a start for Belgium. I would, for that exact reason, position them as slight favourites for this one. And they're putting their pedal to the metal early on.
Yeah, nice shot this. Knows where the field is. Got to hit it up over the infield, and he does.
And of course, Spain are the first team to have to play 3 games in a day at the CCC. And that's a horrible full toss. And this time it won't be a boundary, fielded by Chris Munoz-Mills at the expense of 1, which brings Munib Mohamed on to strike, one of the best players that we've seen wielding the willow at this competition so far. 67 off 29 against Sweden in match 18. The highlight for him. And he's got a point and a long on here, Yasser Ali, so somewhat hedging his bets.
Going to come round the wicket to the left-hander. And I have really liked the batting of Munib Mohamed. I think he's been exceptional.
Held back by Yasser Ali, and that deep point is in play. Paul Hennessy does the fielding. For those maybe wondering, why have Spain played 3 games and Belgium played 2 games? What it comes down to is that the way finals day works depends on where you finished in the group, and Spain ultimately made it harder for themselves. Quicker ball from Yasser Ali, 1 out to long on. So these sides met in the second game of today, and whoever won it would go straight to this match. And it was Belgium who were to win that game. So they've also got a psychological advantage. They won by 6 wickets with 9 balls to spare. Spain's loss meant they then had to play Sweden in a qualifier, which they won to get here. That's into the pad, surely going down leg on the angle. It's going to need to turn a lot from there. And not out is the call from umpire Gooch. End of the first over, 16 without loss.
Yeah, I think Yasser Ali was the only one that was interested in this. I think he even got a filthy look from the wicketkeeper saying, "You must be mad." It's, yeah, definitely going down the leg side.
Well, the footwork of said wicketkeeper Uwais Ahmed was the clue. If your keeper's about 2 feet outside leg, that always suggests that it's maybe, just maybe, not the best shout, as Ali Raza will be facing up now. So the spin experiment has not really worked there, it's uncontroversial to say. So Adil Raja will come on now. Raja's 1 over in the power play against Belgium earlier on, went for 15, and he has struggled for control in the power play in this tournament. And this is the question when you're a side like Spain: at what point do you bail out of a pre-planned tournament strategy if it's not working? And it's short from Raja and pummeled away through square leg. Well, it has been a bit of a theme of his tournament bowling in the power play. Wild and somewhat wayward. Quick, but off colour. And Raza takes full advantage of the gift he was offered. And the man to my left is getting out a little gadget and gizmo that I might better show you at some point in relation to demonstrating this point a bit further. Oh, that's been absolutely mashed for 6 over mid-wicket. Well, it's more tap for Raja. It's dropped by a member of the European Cricket Network staff. And Belgium's power-packed start continues.
Nabada Shaka, well, he's absolutely launched this, hasn't he? And Raja, and this is why I think they've opted to try something different with taking the pace off the ball with Ali. Seems sometimes have just been too short.
That again is short. He's maybe slightly got away with that one, in fact. End of another delivery from Raja, and one which he'll be quite relieved has not gone for a lot of runs. After conceding 10 from his first 2. Short, oh, and he's got him. Well, for once for Adil Raja, the short pitch bowling has worked. 26 for 1. And Ali Raza, who smacked a quick 5-31 against Spain earlier on in the day, He's gone for 20 off just 8 balls.
Yeah, well, look, it's banged in short, and it should have gone, shouldn't it? Should have gone a long way, and this is probably quite a tired shot as well, I have to say. Short delivery, gets a bottom edge onto it and crashes into the stump. It doesn't matter how you get him, it's getting him that matters. And Ali Raza, he was pretty quick off the mark, wasn't he? 20 of just 7 deliveries, but he now has to go. He makes his way back. And one thing there that we have learnt, I think you at home, wherever you're tuning in from, would have seen as well. The key here seems to be get out there, hit the ball as hard as you can. Don't use up too many deliveries, because that way the next batsman can come in and do the same. And if all goes to plan, you end up with a pretty decent score.
Absolutely right. And all too often we do see the chronic overvaluation of wickets. This is not a test match. It's not a 50-over game. It's not a timed game. It's not a 20-over game. It is 10 overs. You've got 10 wickets to use. So, Adil Raja now bowling to the left-handed Mamoon Latif. He's played a couple of nice cameos in this tournament without ever quite going on with it. That's a better delivery from Adil Raja. That's what he can do when he gets it right. Full, outside the off stump. It's very, very cleverly done. Doesn't get much better than that for right arm over to a left-hander. It's come back well in this over, Raja. Remember that it started with a 4 and a 6, and then it's gone dot, wicket, dot. Palmed over the rope for 6. So 32 for 1 at the end of the second. And Latif gets a slightly fortuitous 6. Chris Munoz just ending up palming it over the bar as such, which is useful if you're a goalkeeper in a game of football, but not so much the other way round.
Yeah, that was an excellent effort. But when you got, the short bowling, they are bowling short. And I think they've got the sweeper out on the off. I'd bring him in and I'll push one on the leg just to give that protection, because that's where these batsmen are looking to hit.
So, start of the final over of the power play. Oh, that is hit very, very hard, as per usual from Munib Mohammed. His third ball faced goes for 6. And Zulkarnain Haider has got a problem here. He's been a very economical bowler for Spain in this tournament, but this is quite a challenge to face. In and bowling. That's the grunt effort ball, but it's down the leg side. Awais Ahmed takes it to stop it. And further is for Zulkarnain Haider, who first came to Spain in 2005. Zulkarnain Haider.
Yes, I think the protection needs here because of the line. Bring that man in into the circle and put a man back out there. Simple as that. Get the protection there on the leg side.
Well, that is nicely bowled from Haider. So you'd have everyone up in a ring on the off side then?
Yeah, I'd have the ring. I don't think so that. I'd have him in by